Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call Wild, and today we are continuing the Great One grind. And I have been shooting whitetail all day pretty much. We did an entire stream where we were hunting whitetail, and in my latest harvest, as you guys can see, it's just all whitetail deer. We stopped hunting for them for a little bit, as you can see right here, and then I started up again. But I decided to start this video up because we actually have a lot of really good looking bucks showing up. As you guys can see right here, we got ourselves some really good sized whitetail. There's actually one more, yeah, right here. So we got 3 that have really good estimates and are just really nice bucks. So I figured we'd start the video now since we got so many good deer showing up. And it appears that there is probably 2 different herds here now. There used to only be 1, but it does seem to be 2 now. So I think what we're gonna do is take out probably 2 of those big bucks for now. Maybe even 3. I just don't want to delete the zone, but that guy's kind of tucked behind a tree, so we'll kill 2 of the big ones, and then probably that guy too. And yeah, that'll do the trick right there. So hopefully one of those comes back as something nice, because I could really use another diamond. We haven't got a ton of diamonds on this Rancho grind compared to the amount of kills we have. We actually just surpassed 1,500 total whitetail kills on Rancho alone, and 5,000 and... actually, I think 5,100 in total. So we've killed a lot of whitetail deer over the past year and a couple months. It's been pretty crazy to say the least. But these guys right here are not actually that crazy of scores, even though they had pretty decent estimates, and these guys are just chilling here, so that's interesting. I decided to real quickly grab the 30-30 because I think it could actually be quite a bit of fun for this location right here. This zone is pretty unique in the way that I hunted. Most of them we shoot everything from a tripod, but in this zone in particular, we actually run down to the zone and then shoot the deer as they run towards us. And usually I'll only kill 1 to 2 bucks here, just so that we don't end up deleting the zone with hunting pressure. But it's pretty fun. Probably one of the coolest ways to hunt on Rancho, and that's one of the reasons why I do it, because it is quite a bit of fun. We actually have a buck right there, but I don't think he's gonna give us much of a shot. And unfortunately, none of these guys are giving us a good shot this time. And there we go. Of course, we got smoked by one. You know, believe it or not, that's actually the first time that I've died to a whitetail down in that spot, even with as many of them as you have run through there and the amount of times that I've done it. That's actually the first one that has managed to run me over and kill me. And of course, now that I say that, it's probably gonna happen twice, because this one will just not leave us alone. She is determined to run us over. But I don't actually see a buck, actually. Right there's one. So we got 1 buck from this spot at least. But unfortunately, it is just a small one. Hopefully we won't die to this doe. And we got upper neck, which I didn't expect to get that either. That's kind of crazy. There is another buck out there. I actually am curious to see if we can manage to hit a 30-30 iron sights shot from this range. It's gonna be hard, but I think we did it. That looked good, and yeah, he is losing HP, so we managed to nail a 100-meter shot with the 30-30 with iron sights, which is kind of cool, actually. And there is our buck. We got perfect double lung shot. That's one reason I don't usually use the 30-30 too much, though, is even a double lung killed it pretty slowly for the most part. And since when we're Great One grinding, we try to be really fast with killing as many bucks as we can, it's just not really a gun that I find to be too viable for situations like this, but it is pretty fun to occasionally break out for a video. And put a couple shots into that guy too, and he should go down. I did find vital blood, so surprisingly, one of those 2 shots hit vitals, and it looks like it was the second shot that barely snuck into the right lung, but still got it down, even if it was a little bit slower than what I would have wanted. As with any video like this, where we're doing some grinding, we're not going to show every single kill. We'll primarily just show the interesting ones, and also anytime that I want to talk about something like this right here, which is another location where we kind of take shots at them as they run away. Unfortunately, that guy took me by surprise. I didn't expect him to be as close as he was, so we didn't get him, but oh my gosh. We somehow nailed that neck shot. I am just apparently on point today with these neck shots. We've hit 2 of them that I didn't expect to hit, with iron sights at that even. And yeah, that's vitals all right. We got upper neck, absolutely drilled this guy. That poor deer. So this guy's a little bit farther than what I would normally try to take an iron sights shot with, especially with the 30-30, since it's a bit of a weaker gun, but I think we're gonna try this. I think we can maybe sneak it in there. And at least one of those should have been vitals, and yeah, he's definitely gonna go down. And he really didn't go that far either, because we managed to get 2 vital hits into him. He's a 206. First shot was left lung, second shot also got left lung, so 2 shots from a 30-30 takes them down pretty quickly, it seems. Oh my gosh, look what we got there. That is a level 3 whitetail in a zone that I have not hunted in probably 2 to 3 weeks at this point. This is one of the zones that I don't use, and that is a pretty big whitetail right there. Now, I hunt this zone to the left pretty heavily, but since we were starting to lose bucks here, I decided to search the shore and see if we could replace this zone that we hunt with one of these, and sure enough, we got ourselves a level 3 over there. Now, the question is, can we get close enough to take it with the 30-30, because that is something that I would definitely like to do if possible. That's actually a pretty big level 2 also. That one's probably going to be 220s or 230s. I'm not actually sure where that 3 is anymore. I kind of lost sight of him, and looks like we've only got sight of a couple of the smaller bucks. And yeah, I don't know where the 3 is. He's probably closer to the right side, but it's hard to say. We'll have to do a little bit of sneaking around here and see if we can find him. That wind is awful, so fingers crossed he doesn't spook before I see him. Oh my gosh, there he is. There he is right there. So that's actually pretty much perfect. If we can just get a spot on him and get him to stop, that'll be an amazing shot to take. Just don't turn. If he doesn't turn, we're probably going to be able to make this shot. There we go, right there. I think this is the shot that we can take. He's slightly quartering. Let's just keep him highlighted. And once he lifts his head, we should be able to take the shot. But unfortunately, there's not really a way to keep him highlighted long enough. So we're gonna have to wait for him to lift his head and then go out of the binocs. Here we go. I think that was about as good as we could have done in that situation, and he is going down. So we absolutely nailed him. That is a dead level 3 whitetail, and it's good to get them out of these zones that we don't use, just so we don't have random 3s on the map that we'll never see. So let's go ahead and go claim this guy. I'm actually kind of surprised we hit that shot, but can't complain. It was awesome. There we have our massive level 3 whitetail, and this guy should be a guaranteed diamond with that rack. This is my favorite diamond rack for the whitetail. I think it's easily the most realistic and nicest looking one, and I just can't get enough of this one. I love finding this rack, so there we have it. 260.60 diamond whitetail deer. What a beauty. And it actually looks like he's a bit asymmetrical too. Actually, maybe not. Or actually, he is slightly. Literally 0.1 difference between those, and 0.1 difference there. You can kind of see it. I mean, that's definitely slightly taller, and that is slightly shorter. Interesting. I mean, I like it either way. That's a good looking rack. And we did end up hitting left lung liver. That shot was actually about as perfect as we could have got at that angle. The only thing that would have made it a little bit better is if we had got the other lung too, but overall I'd say that went about as well as it could have, and that is a beautiful whitetail buck. What a beauty. And we got to take it with the 30-30. So, since we just found that buck at a zone that we have not been to in a very long time, that makes me want to kind of go around and check all the other zones that I haven't been hunting, just to see if something else has spawned in any of those, or if we've got new herds, because if I remember correctly, all these zones had pretty much just does in them, and I recently deleted some zones from this lake, and I believe this lake also. So there's a chance that some of those bucks might have spawned in these zones. So I think we'll check there next, and then after that, probably go to maybe this lake down here and see if there's anything in that one. But I feel like we probably have some more bucks in those zones now, since they've kind of spread out after we deleted some of the herds we don't use. Well, we just got back to the lake, and it looks like this zone is still does only, unless I am missing a couple of the bucks that might be in the background, but unfortunately that zone still appears to be doe only. We do have a buck back here though, so that's a good sign, and we also have a second buck back. So it looks like some of our zones here started having bucks again. In fact, that's 4 bucks from that zone. That's pretty nice. So we once again might have to move setups around a little bit. It looks like this area is starting to get some of its deer back. And yeah, we've got some more over there too. I can't spot that, but I think it is a doe, and it definitely is. Lots of does in those zones, but the close zone at least has a buck, even if these other ones don't. I actually kind of forgot that I was recording, so I just shot these deer without saying anything, but basically I searched the rest of the zones that we had already, or that we don't use for our main runs, and didn't find anything of interest, so I think we should be good. I don't think we have anything special hiding in other zones, kind of like that level 3 was, so we should be okay in that regard. But we once again have some really good bucks in this zone. We still have that 260 that we need to smoke, but there was also another good looking 85 to 100 buck in here somewhere. There he is, 200 to 241. Another very solid deer. This zone is just becoming insane. I think this officially is my best zone, and this is where we got our first great one, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. Let's just go ahead and use the M1 on these guys since they are alarmed. If we can just find that decent size 85 to 100, we will take a shot at him, but I don't see either of them at the moment. There we go, there's the 200 to 241, so I guess we'll take him and then this closer buck here. Once again, that 260 is just hiding behind stuff, and actually that might be him right there. Once he runs, we might get a shot, but we will have to see. Those guys are definitely down though. And that right there is probably our guy. But once again, not giving us a shot, unfortunately. And actually it was just a doe, so wasn't even him, and I don't even know which direction he ran off in. I mean, I guess that could be him up there, but it's hard to tell. And I just realized we accidentally deleted this zone because I didn't clear enough hunting pressure before taking those guys out, so that's a little unfortunate, a bit of a mistake on my end, but we did just get ourselves a 237 whitetail deer. That is a beast. That is a big buck right there, and this guy, not quite as big, but not terrible either. So I have decided to make one of the backup lodges a place where we put all of our whitetail that don't go in the main lodge. And man, we have a lot of huddle whitetail mounts that are just all diamonds or all wonky dudes or all rares. A lot of the rares aren't showing the correct skin right now because of that bug that happened with the last update, but they should be back to normal eventually. This guy actually was a piebald before, but he's showing his common now. There's quite a few that are like this, unfortunately, right now, but hopefully once the next update hits, things will be back to normal. But this is the one that we ended up getting today with the 3030. He's gonna have a place on this wall, and I gotta say, he's looking pretty good there. He definitely is a little bit asymmetrical, like he's not perfectly even. Let's see if we can go to the antler only one and get a look at it, and yeah, that is kind of a cool looking rack. I definitely like that. And it's pretty cool that we were able to take this guy out with the 3030 of all things, and even with iron sights, it was a pretty awesome experience, and we definitely need to try some more hard shots like that in the future on little diamonds like this, where it's not the end of the world if we end up messing them up. but it's still cool to be able to do stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Hope you all enjoyed. If you are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click the like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss a video. Also, be sure to comment down below with what you guys would like to see me do next while chasing after the Great One, and if I like your suggestion, we'll end up doing it for a Great One grinding video. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!